They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. Washington likely to try to put it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Purdue's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback pulls it on the zone read. He'll go left. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Still running at the 40. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. Creates a little space. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Boilermakers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal, and a long way from the end zone. Bringing the heat. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Washington wants to go quickly. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Using his legs to buy some time. It's complete to the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better. Play the...
Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Caught in the backfield. It's Isaac. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. And taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. It's Burks. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. receives it with his back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Wants to return it. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. There he goes. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He's got his man, makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The running back has it. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Good completion on the out. And then this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Here's the pressure. Makes his man miss.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, The guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
This offense just wearing this defense down. 11th play of the drive coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. The Huskies in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it on the toss. Showing off the arm. He's up to 113 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. At the 35, he's loose. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Got a man. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Fires to the tight end. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The give out of the gun. At the 35, he's open. He's loose down the left side. The
This guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Husky. They wanted to finish, and then they did on that possession. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Boilermakers will have it first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. We've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So
he lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. He'll pull it on the read. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Using the quick game. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't.
Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Huskies want to move quickly.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down. Touchdown, Washington! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. It's Suggs. He's got the back in the middle. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job on the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
They've moved it to the 19. First and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morton. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. To the air. It sucks. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Boilermakers send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catch is made at the 15.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Brings it down on the right side. Finds a seam. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense putting points on the board. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it sucks. hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days where
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
and that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's complete. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it. And the offense should be able to run out the clock. To the air, it's Suggs. Hit as he throws. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.